We are live. Ba, 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 ba. We're live. That lovely thing. Today we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it like Bill O'Reilly. We're not gonna fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh. Well, there you did.
No, but not aggressive like he did.
True.
I was very
Calm.
level.
Yep.
It's August 28th, 2023, and these are your Fortean Files. Dun, 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 dun.
It's like a superhero song. You need to put on a cape.
Yeah. It has been a week. For those of you that have kept up on things, you're aware that we didn't do the show last week, last Monday, because of my dog being sick, and we wound up euthanizing her on was it Tuesday morning? I think it was Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just got the call this afternoon that I could go pick up her ashes. So, but yeah, that's why. And then I did the show yesterday, kind of like updating everybody. So you can all catch up to speed by going back and watching said episode. It was only like a little, what was it, Katie, like 30 minutes? You watched it.
I think it was less than 30 minutes even.
Yeah, it was fairly short, so. Good evening to Farmer Fred Smith, always there in the chat. Farmer Fred, what are we cooking up today? That's how we roll. So yeah, we did not do the show last week. It's been a few things going on in the world. Some stuff.
Yeah.
A few indictments coming down, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't understand it.
I try not to pay attention. I don't know anything. It's all tomfoolery to me. Whatever.
I'm baffled.
Yeah. It's all very confusing.
I'm very, very baffled. As a rational, middle of the road type of person, very baffled by all of this. Very where are we going?
Strange.
Where does this lead? Where's the end of the road?
Where do they want it to lead? I mean, it just...
Right. It's very dystopian.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be in a book right now. I feel like I could be in a book, and George Orwell and Stephen King might be at the helm.
Oh, God.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, you're right. This whole decade so far, the 2020s are not off to a great start.
No, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
So,
weird.
there's that. We've got fucking the fucking hurricane coming into fucking Florida this week. Ugh.
The one that came into California.
Yeah, that fucking caused all kinds of major flooding.
They had an earthquake right as it was coming in too.
California is the worst place on earth. I've decided.
Yeah.
I have decided it's either on fire, or if it rains, it floods.
Right.
And then, if that's not happening, earthquakes.
Right, that's true. I was going to say Florida's a pretty close contender.
Now, California is hell on earth.
Yeah.
It's hell on earth. You get these beautiful little respites, but then it's run for your life.
Well, and there's just so many people there too.
Yeah. And people are ignorant, as we know. Like, take away any fucking type of services for people, and the fucking idiocy and ignorance just fucking poo exponentially expounds.
It's a weird place out there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I got told that it was a wonderful place by somebody.
Oh, I'm sure lots of people would tell you that.
Yeah, she was very wrong.
I mean, I might want to go like visit there sometime, like vacation there. but
No, yeah. To go,
I would never want to live there.
There's certain areas, to go see or whatnot. The redwood forests are fucking amazing.
That is on my list, pretty high up there, somewhere I want to go.
Yeah,
so.
I'd like to go back out just to see it again. I've told Missy that we should go out.
Looks
we should go
incredible. I just can't
and
imagine
at least
being
see
there
it.
in person.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, it's fun. It is fun. I've watched a lot of like Bigfoot in the Sierras type shit, and it's weird knowing that I've been up there.
Right.
Like up in that area, and I wonder, like, I know the camp, the Sierra Sounds, that camp that those come from. I wonder where that is in relation to where I've been.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. If it's even at all close by there.
Right. Could be.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been watching through a lot of that. Like I was telling you, I started watching that Just Thought Lounge on YouTube. True
Yeah, I looked
crime.
that up. I don't think I've ever seen anything
You've
in
never
theirs.
Did you watch something of his?
I didn't.
Go through and watch one of them. He does the ones where they're like there's a lot of ambiguous stuff where it could be somebody else.
Right. Real mysteries.
Not necessarily where there's a definitive answer all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is, but I thought that was a different take of how to go about looking at cases that a lot of these other YouTube channels don't do. They just kind of
something a little
blanket.
different.
They just kind of blanket throw everything in a blender, and whatever. Which I like that too.
Yeah.
Getting to see all kinds of different shit. So
I'll have to give him a try.
yeah, I like his stuff. I've watched quite a few of his videos now. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on the past week or 2 weeks, I should say.
Yeah.
It's been a time. Yeah, and my son went back to school. Everybody's back at college now. Because my stepdaughter's back too. But Odin had his first day of school today, so. And I was gonna have him on the show last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna, it was his last time that he was coming over
Right.
to see me. And I was like, I don't like losing any time with him when he comes over and I have to do the show on Monday night.
Right.
So I asked him if he'd do the show so that we could kind of hang out. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then the whole thing with Una happened. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck that. We're not doing the show.
Your time needed to be spent differently. That's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, he went back to school. So I was kind of hoping to have him on for a shot before he went back to school. But he'll be back.
That would have been fun.
He'll be back, and I don't know if he'll come back for Thanksgiving break or not. He may. I see him briefly then, and then he comes back for for Christmas break.
Yeah.
Because he talked about going back to work at Walgreens when he comes home. So yeah, good freaking times. Good times. Great oldies. We got some stories tonight, Katie. We got some stuff.
Let's hear 'em.
Well, first of all, there's a man out there. There's a man. His name's Phil Poling.
I know a Phil.
I got in touch with one Phil Poling.
Yeah. I saw he did do a
Did you
breakdown
watch?
over there.
Did you watch the breakdown?
I did. I did.
Yeah. I thought it was a long-winded bag of shit to get to. It's CGI.
Right. But we have to expect that from Phil. I mean,
Right.
'tis his way. But I'm pleased. I was like, oh, good. I thought so.
Yeah. I threw it at him and I said, "Hey, yeah." He's like, "Where can I see it?" I'm like, just go to this point in the show from that week. He's like, "All right." So I don't know if that gave us any traction. We get some views on the show. I mean, because Phil gets tons of views.
Oh,
On
yeah.
his
He
shit.
does
But
well.
he said that this video in particular was not doing well, which was odd to me. I was like,
Yeah, especially because it blew up on Twitter.
it was trending.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So anyway, but yeah, CGI according to Phil. But we have another interesting video this evening, which we will be getting into later on.
Okay.
It's the title story of the evening.
Let's see that.
So, we will get into that at some point later on. So let's start with let's go with this one, Katie, from thesun.com. That's the-sun.com. Terrifying video evidence of wormhole full of flashing lights over island UFO hotspot, leaving scientists shocked. An eerie video captured by a small team of researchers shows a strange sight in the sky, with many believing it could be a wormhole. The video shows footage captured on top of Catalina Island. Catalina Island has been previously linked to different UFO phenomena. The footage shows a strange pattern of lights that have launched an investigation. The video is shared by the History Channel and opens with host Tony Harris explaining some of its background. He explains that the clip was captured on July 16, 2021, when a group of scientists was on a week-long expedition near the island. Shortly before 4 a.m., one of their motion detection cameras in night vision captured this, he said, showing a still of the video. The photo shows a foggy night with the upper right-hand corner showing a clear patch of sky. Upon closer look, it appears that there are various lights huddled together. Researchers don't think they're mere stars, said Harris. Matthew Sidagis, I hope I pronounced that right, one of the researchers investigating the phenomenon, calls the still very strange. He explains that the timestamp of the video matches a recording of high energy levels of radiation, something that has long been linked with UFO activity. Normal radiation readings report about 1 or 2 megaelectron volts. At the time of the incident, the machine read 43. Like other UFO sighting examples, it took place in a location associated with anomalous activity. And blah, 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 blah. It goes on, and I'll show you the picture here, Katie, so you can take a look at it. Share screen, boom, share. It's that red circle there. I could not find any... I looked to see if I could get the video of it so that we could see it, but I guess it's just a still image anyway.
Right.
Or that's what I gather. But that seems to be it. I don't know what that is, but that is it. Can you see that okay? It's kind of... I know when I share screen, it kind of...
Yeah, no, I can see it.
Yeah, I
So
guess
they
you
said it
can.
was a foggy night. They mean like foggy down here on Earth. So isn't that a break in the fog, not a break in the sky?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard, but based on
Yeah.
the description, that's what my mind thought when I saw this. I'm like, yeah, there's the fog at the foggy night, but
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is. It looks like a break in the cloud cover to me,
right.
but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff, so anything I say really just probably I sound like a moron, so
Right, I'm no expert. Come to your own conclusions. You know, good old fucking MK Davis. For those of you that know, you know. So yeah, there's that. Our next story of the evening, Katie. Let's see. No more wormholes. Yeah, we'll go with this one, Katie, from dailyrecord.co.uk. Couple filmed Loch Ness monster on morning swim after canceling holiday to hunt creature. Ugh, damn it. People from across the world went to hunt for Nessie in the Highlands this weekend, with one couple saying they spotted the mystical creature. And there is a video. However, it's a pain in the ass. I'm going to pop it up, Katie.
I've seen a lot about that hunt lately. A lot of headlines.
About the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, that big organized hunt that they had planned.
And now it's not. Are you serious? Let's see if I can. This is going to piss me off. It better fucking play. Alright. I gotta let the ad play through, Katie. Because, you know. Oh, shit.
Looking at ads.
Gotta love ads. You know. And then they don't give me, like, any type of time on the ad so that I can try to. Alright, here we go. Get rid of that. Well, oh, can't expand that yet. Alright, here we go. Present this thing here. Gotta love this stuff. Alright, so it's way in the background there. I don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah.
See the red circle?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go. That's Loch Ness, I guess.
That is not Loch Ness monster.
You don't think that's the Loch Ness monster, Katie?
It's something statically floating. It could be two ducks.
You mean like the duck? You mean like the ducks that are over there?
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're not. No, that there's no.
Yeah, yeah. So that's their video of the supposed Loch Ness monster. Everybody's got a video lately of this fucking thing.
Well, that's because there's been a lot of people out looking for it lately.
Yeah,
There's been a resurgence.
Well, everybody wants to join in the hunt. The
I
hunt for the
loosely
Loch Ness monster.
I skimmed an article and I don't know the context because I was skim reading, but some guy was saying, yes, and this is, we think she's nursing babies, and that's not why she's up here right now. She's down nursing her babies. Like, you guys are so full of shit. You don't know anything, and you're saying that she's nursing her babies.
Just make shit up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
That's why I only skim read the article.
My favorite thing I've ever heard was listening to two rednecks talk about Bigfoot birthing dens. Yeah. Yeah, good times.
And they know all about them, I bet.
Oh. All about it. Everything. Everything you needed to know.
PowerPoint presentation.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
But maybe crayons and fucking paper. construction paper, but
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I don't think they'd know what to do with a fucking PowerPoint. Our next story of the evening from rdnewsnow.com. Mystery animal in Texas stokes cryptid speculation. In 1955, cryptozoology, the study of legendary, unknown, or extinct critters, officially became a thing, but interest in mysterious animals stretches back much further to at least the 50s. What the fuck?
Fluff.
Yeah. Mystery animal makes appearance. It all started with a bizarre daylight animal sighting. Tina Kaleg was immediately stumped, so she reached for her camera to get a few pictures for closer examination. But the photos did little to clarify the critter's identity. Instead, they opened a Pandora's box of cryptid theories. All Kaleg knows for sure is that the animal enjoyed chowing down on berries that had fallen from a bush in her hill country village backyard. In an interview with KENS TV, she later recalled, "I was inside and I looked out into the yard and I saw an animal right here and thought, wow, what is that?" After getting the images, she uploaded them to Nextdoor for a little local feedback, but her neighbors proved equally stumped. That's about the time some rather outlandish theories started. They included everything from a coyote-dog mix to the mystical chupacabra. Some also evoked the legend of an area mountain lion that people have long cited but never caught on camera. Well, let me show you here, Katie. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I sent to you. Anyway.
Oh, yes.
That one
Kind
there.
of looks like a hyena.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a critter. It's a critter. There, Katie. It's a critter.
Huh.
That's a wicked good critter.
That is a pretty interesting. Huh. That's all. There's nothing
That's it. That's all you get.
else.
That's all you get.
It's a pretty solid barrel-chested creature. And those ears. They're like
Yeah.
satellites, man.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They really look like hyena ears to me.
Yeah. No, you're not off on that. Like
And
I
the
agree.
way its neck is all like that.
I agree with that assessment. It does kind of look like a hyena, in that sense. But you know, it's not enough. And even the muzzle kind of looks hyena-ish.
Shorter. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look at those thick haunches there in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
that's a
pretty beastie.
That's a critter. That's a fucking critter.
Huh. That intrigues me.
Something. It's
Yeah.
something, Katie. I
I
don't know.
can't shit on that one. I mean, I don't have enough information to shit on it anyway.
Right, yeah. Our next story of the evening, Katie, from downtoearth.org.in. Cryptozoology is not a quest for animals, but for monsters. Peter Dendel. Peter Dendel can tug my fucking bag. Cryptozoology is the search for animals. The search for monsters occurs at the FBI.
Word.
I saw this headline and I was like, we need to look at this one. Not because I agree with said Mr. Dendel, the story's by Rajat Guy, but yeah, it says Peter Dendel. So, professor of English and expert on folklore at Penn State Mont Alto tells Down to Earth that cryptozoology is not going anywhere, as there is a deep-seated need for unknown sentient creatures to inhabit the liminal spaces around us. Do you know what liminal spaces are?
Yeah, and I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think kids are bored. That's what I think about liminal spaces.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't understand, I actually went down a rabbit hole with this whole liminal space thing. Liminal spaces are like transitional points. Like places where it's not a destination, it's where you traverse through, like around a corner, or like a back room that you go through to go somewhere else. It's very vague and fucking stupid, if you ask me. It's
Right,
like
it's
it
bored.
seems very creepypasta-ish.
Yeah, and that's where like the whole back room.
Because they're like, yeah, a corner. It's like fucking prostitutes sit on corners. It's a destination. Trust me, a corner is a fucking destination.
Right.
So the whole liminal space thing, I don't buy into that
No.
idea. I get what like the philosophers who look into that type of thing are trying to say, but I don't think that it applies in these cases. Anyhow, on August 26th to 27th, which I guess just happened, monster hunters will converge on Loch Ness, the lake in Scottish Highlands famous for being home to a legendary monster named Nessie, to undertake what is being billed as the biggest search for the folkloric creature in 50 years, over 2 days. Nessie is what is known as a cryptid, a creature that is unknown, legendary, or extinct, and whose present existence is disputed or unsubstantiated. Cryptids have been reported on every continent and several cultures. Some famous cryptids include Mokele Mbembe, the dinosaur-like creature of the Congo, the chupacabra of Latin America and the Caribbean. Fucking chupacabra. The Bigfoot or Sasquatch of North America, and the Yeti of the Himalayas. The study of cryptids is called cryptozoology. It is largely considered a pseudoscience with no scientific basis at all. How did cryptozoology come about? What purpose did it serve in the past? Is it relevant in today's world? Where candidates for the last frontier are now diminishing at a dizzying pace due to the latest inventions in technology? To get these answers, Down to Earth spoke to Peter J. Dendel, professor of English and expert on folklore at Penn State, Mont Alto, in the U.S. state of Pennsylvania. And then it's just like an interview. Oh,
Sounds
fuck
like
it.
it.
Yeah, fuck him. We're not going to read his interview. But I disagree. It is a quest for animals. Cryptozoology, Mr. Dendel. For me, as a rational person, like, I would like to see people looking for the Tasmanian tiger.
Right.
For things in the ocean that we have not cataloged.
Right.
And
it's almost
yes,
insulting for them to say it like that.
And yes, Mr. Dendel, possibly a bipedal ape. But I'm on the fence about the bipedal ape. Just saying. I don't know. I just don't know. I myself don't have enough evidence.
Right.
But maybe when we look at tonight's video, we will have some more evidence.
Well,
I don't know.
Be the best ever. So
this is best ever recorded, and we
I'll
will
be the judge of that.
And we'll get into that now. I came across this, Katie, and very rarely do I go and look at the videos beforehand. However, what I found was it is an old video. So it's a video from 2015 that is coming around again. And it's like, it's being picked up by a lot of places, not just like one or two. Like, I noticed like article after article after article on this fucking thing. So this is getting picked up pretty hot and heavy. And going like viral again. Now, I don't know. I don't know if somebody's broken this down already. I don't know if Phil's looked at it.
So do you remember it from 2015?
I don't.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't remember coming across it. But, that being said, I've had a lot of shit come across my plate.
I was just gonna say, especially back in that time, there was a lot of videos.
I went through my
stuff.
I went through my divorce, and well, my marriage ended in 2015. So it's kind of a haze
Right.
in certain areas. So maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But anywho, the YouTube channel that this is from is Josh Highcliffe. I did not go through to look to see like what types of videos he's put out before. I just figured I would, that we'd take a look at what he's got here. Jesus, if I could get it to just stay. I figured I'd just pop up the video rather than pop up one of these articles that is just gonna,
Yeah.
regurgitate a story or whatever. We'll look at the video and see what we have to see and go from there. So, this is said video. I think I saw a skunk ape. And we'll go here.
So this is in Florida.
I would assume. I would
Please
assume. I'll pause it right here for a second. Now, if I'm gonna guess, at this point, I'm gonna say escaped ape.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a chimp.
It looks either like a chimp or a gorilla.
Yeah. I was going to say gorilla, but it's really hard to get the size perspective from.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's, if I'm going with a guess, that's where I'd go with. At
Its
this
movements are definitely convincing that it's not a dude in a suit.
At this point, I would say I wouldn't go dude in a suit.
Right.
Then he starts the video back up again. Just like throwing shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
The way it stood up at the end looked a little dude in a suit to me.
yes. The end kind of looked... Everything else
It was looking good.
looks pretty legit. So, I mean, I don't... Whoops. Let's go back here. Let's see if it just... Does it just show nothing? Does he shoot back at the fucking thing? Is there anything there? It's right... Yeah, you can't even see anything if he hits anything there when he puts the camera back down there. But I don't know. Everybody's saying this is the best ever recorded.
I don't know. I think it's pretty hard to beat Patty, but that's just me.
Best ever recorded, Katie. Best ever.
I mean, it was looking really convincing for a second there. But when it stood up at the end, it looked...
It looked kind of dumpy.
Well, and the way, the motion, the body language of how it stood up looked like a human standing up, not an ape standing up.
What does it happen?
Like with the way it had its knees forward. I guess that's what I mean. It had its knees forward.
Alright, so we go here. And as soon as it stands up, he like books it right there.
See, look, his knees are straight forward. I'm sorry, but gorillas, chimps, that kind of shit, they don't just stand up with both their knees straight forward like humans do.
Yeah, that seems... I don't know. It seems kind of weird. Although, if we're talking about a skunk ape... If we're talking about a bipedal, ape... Then we're talking about something different.
True.
I hate to be devil's advocate here, Katie. You know I'm a fucking cynic when it comes to this shit.
To me, it looked like it was sitting on like a tree stump there, but sitting like a human. And when humans stand up from a chair, you put your feet facing forward in front of you and stand up with your knees facing forward. And it's a very human stance.
Right, correct.
Skunk apes don't sit in chairs.
Oh, well, maybe they do.
No, they don't.
The three bears in Goldilocks sat in chairs. And one of them is just right.
I bet their knees were out to the side in those chairs.
Katie's
I'll
like,
die on that hill, Chris.
Katie's like, fuck you and your chairs. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't remember seeing this video. It's, I don't know what it is. Is it a dude in a suit? It very well could be. That looks kind of dude and suitish to me. Everything else kind of look, if I'm, go back to the beginning, watch this, I see what looks like a creature in the woods fucking with a tree. Like pulling a tree apart. That's what it looks like to me. Like throwing shit off into the swamp. Like right here, it's yanking something off. But you really can't see anything. It's very obscured. And then when the motherfucker stands up here more, after all that, it looks a lot more like, I don't know, maybe it was kind of contrived.
Yeah, and I know we didn't get any context, but what kind of person is alone in the woods and sees something like that and goes as far as to either put his camera in the air or stand on a log to get a better view?
Well,
no.
Katie, let's take a look.
If you're out there by yourself, you're going to get the fuck out of there.
Josh Highcliffe has one video. This is the only video that Josh Highcliffe has. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
That's it. 1.1 million views 9 years ago.
See, and nothing ever came of that. I'm suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The one thing I think he's got going for him with this video is that he doesn't have a bunch of Bigfoot videos on his channel.
True.
Like a lot of these guys where they say, I have definitive proof of something, or And he doesn't even say that. He says, I think I saw a skunk ape.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to give the guy any type of credibility. Like I said, I'm a cynic. I think that a lot of this shit is just bullshit. But if I'm being honest, this type of stuff gives it a little bit of credibility.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it gives it a whole fuck of a lot, but it gives it something. You know, because if Phil was looking at this, the first thing he would look at is this. How many videos does he have?
Right.
What is his content?
Yeah.
Is he throwing up a bunch of videos that say, hey, is this Bigfoot? You know? I don't know. JT says, what up? What up, JT? But I don't know. I like I said, I don't remember ever coming across this video when it came out. I very well could have. Among the multitude of shit that I've seen over the course of the years. But like I said, that year I was going through my divorce. It may have gotten lost in the wash. I'm not going to go back and watch over all my episodes from that year.
Right.
To try to find out if I missed this one. But, you know, we'll see. Looks like my internet's acting fucking wonky. So if I, let me know if I start getting weird.
Your audio's okay.
Okay. But yeah, that's the Josh Highcliffe video, I guess. And that was our title story of the evening.
It was an interesting video.
Yeah, it like I said, it wasn't anything crazy. It seems interesting. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Seems interesting. So we will take our break. Katie and I will be right back shortly with the second half of the show. We're going to get into some stuff on Scientology tonight. So just kind of do some updates on what's going on with some of the stuff with that. And we will give you the lovely sounds of night driving, which Katie found for herself.
I did.
She was very happy that she was able to find this. So Katie and I will take a quick break. We will be right back. Get into some Scientology stuff. Enjoy the sounds of night driving. See you in a few. And we are back. The sounds of night driving. Good old night driving.
I've been looping it in my office. It's been lovely.
It's been a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. That Puffco.
She's a beast.
Does things to me. So, we were going to, the last show, I had told Katie that I was going to look into something, whether or not we could do. She had mentioned talking about Scientology and what's going on with everything right now, because her and I tend to keep up on shit that goes on with Scientology. Because we both watch Aaron Smith Levin's channel, growing up in Scientology. I'm a pretty big fan of his stuff.
He pumps out a lot of content too.
He is a content creating motherfucker. So I don't keep up with everything that he puts out. There's some of the stuff that I'll skip. I do keep up on a lot of his updates. But I haven't been. I've been kind of lost in a bunch of other stuff. Like I went down when we did the missing 411 shit recently.
Yeah.
I went down a rabbit hole with missing person videos.
Yeah.
I literally just went through a whole thing on the Dyatlov Pass again.
I think I'm in the middle of watching that Lore Lounge guys, Dyatlov.
The Lore Lodge one?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes, yeah.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's in depth. It's like over 2 hours long, I think.
2 parts, too.
Yeah, it's like close to 3 hours or something like that.
Yeah. And he does do a good job.
Yeah. So, so yeah, I haven't, been keeping up as much with the growing up in Scientology, with his growing up in Scientology shit. JT mentioned about the Bigfoot video earlier. I love that video. I'm going to assume it's supposed to say I just watched a while back. Maybe Steve Culls searched that it was made for a show. I'm trying to find where I heard it. Yeah, I don't remember if I ever saw it when it came out. I may have. It's completely fucking possible.
There's so many out there. You lose track.
And at that point in time, there was a lot of content coming out back then.
Yes, that was like the hot.
People were pumping shit out, and hoaxers were pumping shit out all the time. So, there's a lot of stuff that is definitely hoax stuff. There's a few things that are more than likely hoaxes.
Yeah.
One of which is the fucking Provo, the Utah Provo Canyon Bigfoot footage. That's most people don't know is more than likely a fucking hoax.
Right. There's a lot of them that are that way, that they still kind of get touted out there, but even though it's kind of already been debunked as not legitimate.
Yeah, it's too bad. Like I said, I think a lot of that stuff delegitimizes the legitimate stuff.
It makes the legitimate people not want to go out and do anything.
Well, I don't even think that the legitimate people have a passion, regardless. I think what it does is it undermines it.
Right.
It takes away its credibility.
Some more curious people who actually have a legitimate scientific mind and would like to go out and use the scientific method and do things right. Maybe they're turned away from doing it because of all the tomfoolery that goes around.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But there's a lot of it.
Yeah. Too much.
Yeah. So Katie did a little research of her own this week.
Yes, a little
to bring us up to speed. I know there's like a few different cases going on with Scientology.
It's actually a lot going on right now. Like, there's several notable things. that have been going on. I mean, they're no like big, huge, earth-shattering, but in the context of anti-Scientology, it's really exciting stuff.
So I know that we just had the Danny Masterson trial,
Yes.
which he was found guilty and was sentenced to like fucking, what was it, 40 years to life?
I think it was 30 years to life, and he is
30?
guaranteed a minimum 30 years.
Minimum of 30. Okay, so, and then I just heard that now they're requesting a new trial.
Yeah, but it's just part of the appeal process. It's not.
Okay.
Everybody's going to appeal their conviction. It's just,
Right.
you know, it's part of the process.
They could have put it out there as like that he's asking for an appeal, not that he's asking for a new trial.
Right.
Right.
Because that's what an appeal is.
So Aaron was looking for clicks, is what you're telling me.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, that's what he's doing. He's hustling.
Good.
He's hustling hard.
Good on him. He fucking hustles every day on his little scooter.
He's so great. I love him.
Fucking little motherfucker.
But so the big thing right now that's actually hitting some mainstream, you're seeing a lot of mainstream articles and even some little news blurbs on your major news networks, is Leah Remini is actually filed a lawsuit, and it's a lawsuit against the Church of Scientology as an organization, and David Miscavige as an individual. It's both.
I saw that.
And he has been deemed by the court as served. I don't think anybody technically put papers in his hands face to face.
No.
It was this
he won't allow it.
Right? But the court deemed he's been served. So, which is really exciting because it's a really hard thing to do, is serve David Miscavige. So,
yeah.
But the lawsuit is for harassment, intimidation, stalking, and several forms of defamation. And it's basically her suing them for their fair game practice. You know, when they stalk people and harass people and hire private eyes and follow them and even insert plants into their life, you know, to disrupt their lives.
Try to dig up dirt on them.
So she's basically seeking damages for the damages against her personal life and her professional career, because she has lots of instances where people have Scientology has interfered with her business relationships, and that's part of what makes her able to file this lawsuit against the church, because it's not on a religious basis.
Right.
She's suing a religion, but she's not suing them about their religion. She's suing them about their practices out in the world.
Right.
So it is kind of a fine line, but it makes it really interesting. Yeah. So
I hope it has. I hope it's it's found to have merit.
Yes. Well, and it looks like it's going to, and it sounds like the lawyers that she has are the type of lawyers that don't take a case unless they know. There's a term for it. I want to say contingency. I don't know. I don't know the lawyery stuff, but it sounds like this is definitely going to go to court. Scientology will probably try to settle, I'm sure, but Leah Remini is a badass bitch, and it's not like this is some new plan that she came up with.
I don't think she'll accept a settlement.
No, she's been planning this lawsuit for so long.
She wants to drag him into court.
This is like decades in the making. So
yeah, she wants to drag him into court, and I'm very for this.
Yes.
That slimy motherfucker needs to be fucking questioned. And the fact that he dodges everything, especially like all the service notices that he's been getting for it's ridiculous, the song and dance that they put on, the dog and pony show for these people trying to serve them fucking papers.
He better hope that he's a nimble, flexible little Keebler elf, because he's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
in his life.
I you know, I don't ever want to like go after and trash a religion.
Right.
I don't consider this a religion.
I don't either. And I think that's what makes it easier.
I'm sorry, I just don't. And people and the Church of Scientology coming out and saying people are being bigots and or whatever the fucking terminology that they're using when they come after them, it's fucking, oh my god. I can't even find the words to describe it. I want to say it's childish, but
some of it is.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
And this douchebag just really needs to be fucking put to task.
They need their tax exemption taken away.
That needs to happen.
That's what needs to go down.
And he needs to be taken to task for all of the things that he has been a party to.
Right.
Anything that has, you know, from what we've heard coming out of there and what we've seen, I really think he needs to, like I said, he needs to be taken to task for this.
Right.
There needs to be some accountability.
Yeah. Well, and that's where the leftover legal ramifications for Scientology post Danny Masterson, the judge actually mentioned David Miscavige specifically during court for Danny Masterson when there was a big hubbub about some of the discovery got released to Scientology, like laws were broken. Mm-hmm. And so now there's a legal struggle over that. But she mentioned David Miscavige specifically because Lisa Marie Presley was supposed to testify on behalf of one of the Jane Does.
Yep.
And she was deposed and set to testify that David Miscavige himself ordered her to convince this Jane Doe, yada, yada, yada. So that right there is criminal obstruction of justice. So now the judge mentioned his name specifically in that day, but I don't know that he's ultimately going to be the one that's going to come to task for that. It does sound like since they're criminal charges and not a civil lawsuit, you can't criminally charge a religion or an organization. So it's only going to be individuals that are held responsible, and it's probably going to end up being some high-ranking Sea Org official that's like a head of a.
Well, we all know that when he falls down, when fucking Humpty Dumpty comes off his little fucking wall there, that somebody else is going to fucking is going to swoop in and pick that fucking religion up.
I'm actually not so sure about that because if they lose their tax exempt status, and that's how they come down.
Well, that's assuming that happens. But what I'm saying is if Miscavige gets taken down.
Gotcha. Just him as an individual.
Right. Who comes in and swoops in? Fucking Superman Tom Cruise?
Right. No. Actually, okay. If anybody's, well.
Does he give up his movie career and fucking swoop in and fucking take over Scientology?
I don't know. That's so tricky. Especially when you hear Aaron talk about everything and how everything works. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's very weird.
But if they do get taken down because of their tax exempt status, there's going to have to be a legal caveat to that where they like pick a time that you did this wrong. And there's going to be a date and they're going to owe back taxes.
Yep.
And they'll be totally fucked. So
it'll be a business at that point.
Right. And they'll be so fucked.
Yeah, because they ain't making any money.
And especially how far back they go, like the further back they go. Because they do have a lot of money right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they won't the moment they lose tax exemption, so.
Yeah, they have a lot of assets.
Right.
I think they have a lot of
some
land.
Liquid too, but.
Well, I'm sure they got some liquid too, but they have a lot of land.
Yes.
And property.
Yes, buildings.
So, yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that all washes out.
Right.
So isn't there another lawsuit that they're looking at too?
technically 2 more separate lawsuits against David Miscavige. One's for labor trafficking.
Right. For kids, right?
Actually, I think even adults are included in that because of the way he's bringing them over from other countries.
Right.
Um, and then the other one is human trafficking, and it's a legal distinction: labor trafficking and human trafficking.
Right.
Obviously, one is way worse than the other,
Right. Right.
um,
Right.
but yeah. And they are
Hmm.
2 separate lawsuits. I don't know as much about those. I'm not as up on those,
Mm-hmm.
but I know he's been served, I think, in both of those.
Right. I remember there was one case where the judge basically said we've we've fucking done everything. Well, not fucking, but we've done everything to
All of them.
basically, yeah,
All of them have been that way.
yeah.
And
So
I
you're
think that's how it
served.
ended up with Leah Remini too, where the judge was just like, "This is ridiculous. You've been served.
Yeah, you're
Your
served.
people know, so you know."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the only other relevant thing that I thought was Mike Rinder did give a little update. I think it might have been a month ago now. I was thinking it was only a couple weeks ago, but
I
he
saw
did.
that there was an update on him.
He just did a small little health update. They didn't tell us much other than he is getting his treatments
Mm-hmm.
and they are seeing some improvements. Things are going well. So
He looked okay in the video.
yeah, yes, he did. So, but he's being fair gamed again, hardcore
Jesus.
by Scientology.
Of course.
Their teenage son has been being followed. Their neighbors actually kind of alerted them to it, noticed some suspicious stuff, and then even their son was like, "Yeah, this car's just always around." Like, so, but they think that obviously the timing of this is because of Leah's lawsuit. Leah and him are like forever BFFs. So, and it's pretty fucked up. Not just because he's sick, but they think that David Miscavige himself most certainly ordered PIs to keep tabs on him because they want to know where he's at every moment of the day because of Leah's lawsuit, because they're BFFs, which is
Doesn't
so
matter.
painfully ironic. Because what is Leah suing them for? Harassing and stalking. So David is so smart that he's like, you know what? We're getting sued for stalking and harassing this chick. Let's go stalk and harass her best friend. That's what we should do. Like, it's so stupid and so ironic and so pathetic.
Oh, Jesus. It is so childish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely childish. Oh, God.
Well, and Mike Rinder is like confident in knowing that that's what happened because that's exactly what he used to have to do when he worked for David Miscavige. So, like, he knows his playbook. He knows that's what's happening to him right now. It's just the irony is too much.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're accusing us of doing this. Let's go ahead and go prove them right and show them that, yep, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're going to continue doing it. It's stupid. It is. It's. I feel like David Miscavige is one of those guys who just stopped, like, maturing at a certain point in his life.
Yeah.
And he's locked in that early stage of development as a young man where he can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It seems really apparent to me.
Yeah. He's kind of got that, like, Napoleon complex, too, a little bit.
Got that.
Yeah. It's.
But I watched that interview that he did with, who was it? Was it Koppel?
I don't remember who the guy was.
I can't remember
but
who it
that
was.
An iconic.
Holy
interview.
shit. What a fucking inflated douchebag.
And that's why he's never done that again. It's the only time you've seen him
Yeah, fucking
Right.
smart move on his part by seeing you're an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't show that side again, which is your only side.
That's why you just don't get to see him anymore.
Yeah, that interview. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's still on Aaron Smith-Levin's channel.
Yeah.
Growing Up in Scientology. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
It's something.
Well worth the time. You also get to see them go over like Scientology during that whole thing. It's great. Well worth it. Something I wanted to bring up tonight, we didn't get to last week because we were off. I didn't yesterday when I was talking about Una and my own personal shit. And that is Fred.
Yes.
Desiree started a GoFundMe. I'm going to pop it up here. However, it's kind of long. So I'm going to pop the link in the description of the video after I post everything because I don't have it in there now. So that you guys can, if you'd like to donate, can donate to the GoFundMe. They are trying to raise like $50,000. So I will pop that link in the description of the video on all the fucking
All the places.
social media platform thingies. I don't know how easy it'll be for me to add it to Twitter, but yeah. So if you can give to Fred and his family, that'd be great. I know that he's still going through chemo. I know that his wife's cancer is back as well. So she's going through treatment as well right now.
It has to be so awful.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. So I wanted to at least bring that up. Like I said, I will pop the link in the description so that you can all check it out. If you are, wherever you're watching the show, go if you're a YouTube listener, watcher, whatever, go over to Spotify, subscribe to the show on Spotify. We do appreciate your podcast subscription over there. If you're not over on YouTube, you want to watch us live on YouTube, you can do that. Oh, no, not a Dread Fund. That's Dread Funds. That's Fred's. You can go watch some Fred videos.
Check them out.
Do that too. But go over to youtube.com/at the Fortean Files. That's youtube.com/at TheForteanFiles. And we are on Twitter at Fortean Files. Subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do. Share us around out there. Give us some likes, subscribes, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Help us spread this shit around. The last show that we did, the UFO show, did very well, Katie.
That was an interesting video.
Did very well.
Yeah.
Very well. We'll see. But yeah. And I think we're gonna wrap up tonight's show a little early. I will look into something that we can delve into next week. A little deep. Like I said, I've been going down some fucking pretty deep rabbit holes, Katie. Deep ones.
All my spare time is spent on Big Brother, so.
And that is your problem.
I know. It really is.
It's your problem. For me, it's always been drugs. For you,
Big Brother.
reality TV.
I only watch a few.
But it's the few.
Yeah.
It's the few that just take over your life.
Oh, MTV Challenge takes over my life too.
Just, it's it's unhealthy.
I'm a
When
90s
something
kid. I can't help
when
it.
something becomes unhealthy and destructive, Katie.
That's true. I did last night have to structure my whole evening around like what I needed to get done versus Big Brother's on tonight.
There's like you can record that shit,
Yeah,
right?
I pay for Paramount Plus. I can watch it again in the morning. But that's not the
Okay.
point. I have the live
Uh,
feeds. I'm on the live feeds all the time.
no, I'm sure you are.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
all the things. So
Wasn't fucking Derek on that?
Lavasser, yeah. Yeah.
He was on Big Brother.
Yep. And he won.
Okay.
He won
He
his
won
season.
Big
Yeah.
Brother?
He sure
No
as
shit.
fuck did. Yeah.
No
Just like he
shit.
didn't tell anybody that he was a cop, obviously.
Well, yeah.
He lied and said he did something
Duh.
else. And he kept the secret really well. And yeah, he won.
No shit. Good for him.
Yeah. He's
Good
great.
for him.
I like Derek.
I like watching the two of them break down true crime stuff. It's good stuff. So yeah, I'll look into something for us to do. I don't know if we'll do something true crime related, cult related, or maybe something along the lines of the strange. It's been a while since we've delved into anything really, really crazy with strange stuff. So I'll look into something. Katie and I can talk after the show for a little bit, see what we can come up with. But yeah, we'll definitely be back. I mean, barring like, I don't have some fucking great tragedy or
Right.
befall before next Monday, but we'll be back next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring you this wonderful program for your listening/watching pleasure. Is it a Bigfoot?
No,
Huh? Katie says no.
it's not.
I don't know. I think it looks a little dumpy when it stands up. But
It looked awfully human when it stood up.
I don't know.
I'm more cynical than you for once.
Maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Oh, and that's fair. I usually do that too, so
Could be.
it's fair.
And we will see you next Monday night. Hoping you all have a wonderful week. Be good to each other out there. See ya.